Lee and Cheryl couldn't wait to get away from their fish farm in North Wales.
We'll end up murdering each other if we've got to spend the winter in this tin box.
So Lee hatched a plan to sell mobile homes from his rented Spanish garden centre. But his new partner, Chris, who was to provide the homes, wasn't so sure.
In my opinion, it's not suitable for what you're looking to do.
Oh, dear. We'll get there eventually.
So, to cheer themselves up, Lee decided to check out their snail farm.
Guess who this is?
Well, it sounds pretty Welsh, so it must be Lee.
That's correct.
But they were in for a shock.
So let's go and have a look at our snail farm then.
Snail farm.
What snail farm then?
Well, there was friggin' snail farm there.
Well, there was.
So Chris took pity,
Well, I'm just about to make the day for them, I think.
and he introduced them to caravan entrepreneurs Mark and Michelle.
Oh, look at this.
And now it looks as if they might be selling mobile homes in Spain after all.
From
Ups
a
and
disastrous
downs.
start to a magic finish.
Finish, yeah. Great.
A beautiful spring morning in southern Spain, and Lee and Cheryl have an important meeting today. They hope to have landed a lucrative job selling mobile homes, and rather unwisely spent most of last night celebrating.
I'm getting there.
With 5 minutes late, she's still in the bathroom.
If you hadn't spent so long in the flaming bathroom, I would have been dead by now.
alone.
What do you mean, leave you alone?
Come on.
You've got to leave me alone. I've got to
Yeah.
find something to wear now.
Put this
Oh,
on.
Lee, for Christ's sake, if you stop telling me I'd be getting dressed by now.
Oh.
Despite the delay, Chris has waited for them and is happy to show them the way. They're meeting at a campsite called El Chorro, which is situated here in the valley of Abdalajes, some 60 kilometres northwest of Malaga.
It's the real Spain, isn't it?
I think it's stunning.
If all goes well today, these ruggedly beautiful surroundings may be home to Lee and Cheryl for the next year.
Oh, there we go.
Well,
Del
Oh, there.
Chorro.
Camping El Chorro.
But just when things seem to be going so smoothly, Cheryl decides it's time for one of their navigational disagreements.
Why did you go down here?
what do you mean?
It was signposted up there.
I thought this was it.
No, it was on the right.
The right.
Yeah, not here.
Where?
Let's go back and look at the sign again.
Should we drive round in circles?
Chris, did you think it said to the right?
Well, looks like Chris has wisely decided to keep out of it.
There was a sign, Camping El Chorro, to the right. I can't help it, it was.
You sure?
Well, I was watching the sign.
Well, you've got it wrong.
That sign says to
There
the...
it is, down there.
That one looked as if it was pointing to the right,
Oh,
though.
dear, why do I listen to you?
So Cheryl's in trouble once again.
Oh, dear me.
Stupid woman, Cheryl.
You silly person.
But nonetheless, they seem to be in an uncharacteristically good mood as they arrive at what might become their new home.
Yeah. Camping El Chorro, Cheryl. Look.
It must have said go down this way.
Hi, Mark.
Their potential employer, Mark, is already here to greet them and to show them round.
Good to see you again.
Hello.
You're right.
Lovely to see you
Yeah, you're
too.
doing well. All right.
El Chorro used to be a campsite that catered for active and adventurous types who like to sleep under canvas and swap stories over a campfire. But the plan now is to turn it into more of a trailer park, a place where the homes tend to be more mobile than their owners.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Lee and Cheryl's job would be to sell plots and mobile homes here to new customers.
Oh, that's big, to
I
be honest.
expected like a terrace with
Yeah.
no
I didn't-
trees, just bare rocks, like, you know, like the hills and
Yeah,
what have you.
sort
But
of-
no,
Didn't expect a pool.
no, it really is a nice spot.
Well, that's what makes it more appealing because it isn't manufactured.
I'm impressed with this.
Yeah, very nice.
But things are about to change here at El Chorro.
I mean, like I said, it's underdeveloped, but they'll cut into the banks and you'll see sort of around about sort of 3, maybe 4 homes here.
Never.
Right, on this one.
Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was one.
No. 3 or 4 homes, yeah? I mean, you'll have one...
So it's all going to become a little more crowded. But this will be one of El Chorro's more exclusive plots.
You can imagine having your static holiday home on here and having your decking built all the way around
All
the
the way
front,
around,
yeah.
down the side.
And Mark seems to be hinting that it could be home to Lee and Cheryl.
You know, you're looking completely over the
Whoa,
whole park.
look at that,
Yeah.
yeah. And you've still got all the huge rocks and mountains and stuff, and over
It's
there.
stunning. You've got the
and there.
mountains, you've got the pool.
I think what we'll have to do is get a zip wire. We'll have this bit, right? We'll get a zip wire straight from here, straight down to the pool. Perfect.
Yeah, right.
So there's no doubt that Cheryl is won over, but Lee seems a little more pensive, perhaps concerned by the number of spectators there would be to their volatile lifestyle.
As you can start to see, you'll see these wooden buildings here.
Yeah.
These are for sort of accommodation for people to stay on the park.
Yeah.
Inspection visits. Yeah, so maybe here would be where the clients,
Oh, right.
you know, that we would introduce to you.
They would stay here.
They can stay here and get the feel of the park and use
Yeah.
the facilities. And for 3 days they're here, they can get a good feel
They
of
can,
it.
yeah.
Yeah? They
That's
can
a
live their
good
life
idea.
for 3 days, can't they?
Yeah, of course they
Well,
can.
it all sounds like a new reality game show. Lock up your punters in the little house on the prairie, and after 3 days, they'll agree to anything. And here's one they let out earlier. Meet David. He's come through the first round with flying colours, so it's time for round 2. Pick your plot.
Have you had a look around?
No, we're still to have a look around.
Well, we're looking forward to that as well.
Great,
because
well, it's your first opportunity.
Here we go, we'll all go together.
to you then.
No.
David's looking for somewhere that'll give him and his wife and his 2 daughters plenty of recreational space.
Like, we quite like the idea of that one.
Yeah.
Because we're trying...
I was going to have that one.
Sorry.
No, I'm only kidding, No, it is
No,
right,
we
because it's
thought-
got a nice bit of area around.
And Cheryl's proving the perfect co-host. Mark plays it straight, while she plays Davina McCall.
Right.
Should we go over and have a look at the plot area?
Yes,
This
please.
number 15?
Number
We
15.
sort of stand on the plot and give you a good idea what it's like, really.
But as they head for the plot, Lee seems to have rather lost interest.
I'm watching Cheryl do a sales pitch now. She's selling her first mobile home by the look of it. She's doing a pretty good job too.
Well, hopefully this will be your plot.
This will be the start.
Yeah.
The start of our life.
So you're pleased with that?
Yeah, we're very pleased.
That's right.
Well, David certainly seems to have stars in his eyes, so if the price is right,
27,995.
this could be the sale of the century.
Cheap and half the price.
Well, I thought so.
So she's made her first sale there, Lee.
It looks like, yep, she's in front. We're in front at the moment.
On camera. Are you deadly serious?
Deadly serious.
Put it there, mate. Congratulations, your new home.
Well, David was certainly game for a laugh, so how are we feeling?
Over the moon.
Static. Absolutely.
She's never been this happy because she's got exactly what she wants now.
I just made a sale, man. I'm
Well,
back in business.
On that note, I've done my job. I've found your home. I've
You've
found
done
your
it all,
job,
Chris.
And I've got to say that the last couple of days have been a very, very, very pleasant experience. I've lived with you.
Insane when I spoke to
Well,
you.
no, I've been through the ups and downs, and you know the bit I love best,
Go on.
the arguments. But up to you two now.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you ever so much, Chris, for your
My
help.
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so
thanks.
much.
My
Without
pleasure.
you, mate, we wouldn't have got this far.
And
No
thank
doubt.
you, Mark.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay.
Thanks for introducing me, anyway.
So Lee and Cheryl seem to have landed a new job here at El Chorro, but as ever, there's a small Spanish fly in the ointment.
Us as a company just need a bit of commitment from you. We're not asking for huge chunks of money. We're not asking to make anything out of you, because we're not.
Having forgotten about the cameras now, Mark breaks it to Lee and Cheryl that he'll be expecting them to stump up a down payment for the privilege of selling homes here.
So if you were to say, pay 15,000 outlay, this is just hypothetically, it could be whatever, yeah? 1,000 on 15 plots. So you know you're here for a year. You've got the selling as an agent on here for 15 plots. 15 sales at 2.5 grand is 37.5 grand. So you would come away with 22 minus your 15 you already paid, 22.5 grand for 15 sales, yeah?
Yeah.
So, just as Lee and Cheryl thought they'd found their new home, things looked like becoming a little more complicated. It's April, and North Wales is basking in a welcome patch of warm weather. So Lee has decreed it's time Cheryl had a bit of a spring makeover.
I decided she's got to have a haircut because it's all over the place, and so I sent her off to the hairdressers to get it sorted.
Cheryl, of course, fondly imagines it was she who made the decision to be here.
I've decided to have my hair cut and get tidied up a bit because I'm actually going to the NEC. There's a big caravan and camping exhibition up there, and Chris and Mark have got a combined stand, so I've got to go up there and, you know, get into the swing of selling mobile homes to people.
But when we last saw them in Spain with Mark, there seemed to be a bit of a problem with the deal.
You know, it just seemed a bit strange. He was offering me a job in one breath, and then he was asking me for some sort of a commitment, and that's when Lee got a bit cross.
When he mentioned 15 grand, I thought, well, that's a bit too much of a commitment, but he assured me I'd get 20 grand back if I sold all the vans. That, to me, is not good business. I'm sorry, but it's no way, Jose.
I was a bit cheesed off about it, to be honest, because I couldn't understand, if he's giving me a job, why do I have to pay him? It seemed a bit silly to me. So what I've agreed with Lee is that we'll go to the NEC, we'll see how it goes, see what happens with Mark and Michelle, and take it from there, really.
To be honest, I'm trying to find out the SP, what he's doing and how he's doing it over there. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, because if he can do it, a tosspot like him, I'm sure I can do it, because I've forgotten probably more things than he's even thought of.
And now, a rather sheepish Cheryl returns, very smartly shorn.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Have you seen it yet?
No, not yet. Hello.
Oh, hello.
What do you think?
Well, I want you to have it like Judi Dench. You look like Deirdre Barlow.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
Well, she is younger than Judi Dench, so I suppose that's an improvement.
Smart caravan saleswoman of the year. Yeah?
Yeah, no, it looks all right, honestly.
And to go with his new woman, Lee has recently taken delivery of a new van. And this time, he's decided to splash out on a satellite navigation system.
Let's see if I got basic, you know, what do the buttons do even?
Well, he reckons it's idiot-proof.
Ah, there we are, Bedwas. Right.
You're getting good at this.
Yeah, look at you.
So, does this mean no more arguments? 'Cause no more navigational disagreements?
Well, it looks like, because Cheryl's going to get the hang of this, she can stay up and have... I'll ask her questions on it then tomorrow.
It was your idea. I was quite happy sticking to the maps.
Yeah, but you can't read maps.
Right, so
We've
why...
established that you can't read maps.
So why have I got to learn how to do this? Why
Well, I can't take my hands off the wheel as I'm driving along. So
we're going to carry on rowing then, and it'll be about the fact that I'm pressing the wrong buttons on a satellite navigation.
Not if you get it right.
So what's this fish doing on the front here, Lee?
It's a thing I bought, 1960-something, and it was in the depths of my garage, and I found it, so I just put it on the
Well,
van.
it's appropriate, isn't it? Now we got the fishery.
Now we got the fishery, it is, I suppose.
You love your vans, don't you, Lee?
I do.
Well, he's going to have to learn how to do this navigation, because I'm going back to the map, I tell you what.
I paid 1,500 quid for that, for Christ's sake.
But I
And all
didn't ask you to pay 1,500 quid for it. I was quite happy with the map.
Yeah, but you can't read maps, for Christ's sake. We proved that going through Spain and France.
2 days later, and it's an important day for Lee and Cheryl. The arrival of this man could be make or break for their plans to return to Spain. Until recently, Nick was working at a fish farm a few miles up the road.
Hello, Lee. How are you?
But they've heard he's looking for a new job.
So we're going to have a look round, are we? Great.
We do need to get over to Spain as quick as we can now with this thing with El Chorro. I can't keep Mark hanging around. If I'm going to go and do the job, then I have to be there.
Yeah.
I can't do it from here. So the problem is we haven't sold this place. Lee's not sure he wanted to sell it anyway, but we've got to get away. And so the idea is to get Nick in to manage it for us while we're away. But it's just how Lee will get on with leaving it in somebody else's hands. He's like, he's got to do everything himself because there's nobody else that can do it better than he can. So delegating is a big problem.
Yeah.
So, and if Nick comes along and does things differently, well then that's going to cause a problem. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that they get on all right.
Well, the only way to test Nick's skills is to give him a trial.
Obviously, I won't be here, so I've given him a list of what's got to be done, a list of what's not to do, and we'll just go from there.
Right.
But I don't think I could work with him on a day-to-day basis. Could be different as chalk and cheese, but there you go, that's life. He seems okay, he seems enthusiastic, and he seems to want to do it, so And to be honest, we haven't got much choice if we want to get away, so end of story.
So it looks as though Nick will now be wearing the trousers here at the fishery. And very smart they look too. Lee and Cheryl are on their way to the caravan show at the NEC. They were doing fine until Lee insisted they try out his new satellite navigation. Since then, they've been totally lost.
We were quite happily going along the motorway, but every time we approached a junction, this stupid woman kept saying, at this junction, take exit, turn left. So he's decided to follow it.
This doesn't look like the way to the NEC, does it?
No, definitely not the way to the NEC.
Well, it's your satellite navigation. She's the one who told you to turn off.
But why have I come off the motorway? Everybody knows the NEC is on the M6.
Well, if you know it's on the M6, get back on the M6.
But I don't know how to from here, do I?
Turn left. She just said turn left, now we're turning right.
I want to turn right, because I'm going to do everything opposite to what she says.
Make a U-turn if possible.
But an hour and 27 U-turns later, and we're still lost. So feelings in the van are running high.
It's told us to do a U-turn, we did a U-turn, and now it's telling us to do another flaming U-turn. So it doesn't know where it's going either.
No, she doesn't know where it's going. Because she's a woman. Probably the wrong time of month for her something.
Turn left.
Oh, there we go. Right.
So why didn't you get a flaming satellite navigation with a man's voice? Then you would have paid a lot more attention.
There is a toll road en route.
A toll road? For Christ's sake!
Follow the
Jesus
road for
Christ! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! A toll road now?
Stop swearing, there's no need
Why?
to swear.
I've got to swear, you make me so bloody annoyed.
You're the one who
Oh.
paid 1,500 quid for this, not
Yes,
me.
I know.
Oh, sod you, I'll just go back to the map.
Well, you still can't read that anyway, so...
Well, it's better than this stupid cow turners telling us to do U-turns all the flaming time.
Well, if you put the right information in there, she wouldn't...
I have, look.
You haven't put...
Birmingham NEC.
Yeah, right.
Well, at least we're getting to see the countryside, and at last it looks as though Cheryl may have cracked the navigational problem.
Motorway... with or without motorways, with or without ferries. It says it's calculating you a route without motorways.
But I didn't want to go without a motorway. I want to stay on the motorway.
I know you did, but
Well, why don't you set it on the motorway,
'Cause I
please,
didn't-
for Christ's sake?
Because
Yeah, no,
Follow the road.
follow the yellow brick road on the motorway, please. I want to go...
this has been calculating your route without a motorway. That is not my fault because I didn't put that information in.
Right, well, if you put the right information in, then we can find the way to the NEC, which is on the M6.
The National Boat, Caravan and Outdoor Show at the NEC, just off the M6, is one of the largest such events in the UK. And today, Lee and Cheryl will be put through their paces so that their effectiveness as salespeople can be tested by Mark.
No, her husband was going, well, what about the extras? And I said, well, I'm not sure about extras.
What immediately becomes clear is that Cheryl is in her element, while Lee is a little less at ease with the public. In fact, the more Cheryl gets into it, the more he's feeling out of it.
She's got stars in her eyes about this working for Mark. She shouldn't work for somebody else. She should do her own thing, you know. You see how she is with people. She loves people, loves talking to people. So I'm just let her go for it.
So that's what it looks like.
But perhaps more worryingly for Lee, Cheryl and Mark seem to be making a rather effective partnership.
She's a star, she really is. In the last hour, we've had around about 50 people inquiring, leaving their names and telephone numbers and addresses for requesting further information about buying a caravan in Spain.
The 24 by 12, the one above it, look.
So Lee is fast being sidelined by this leaner and fitter young pretender. And finally, like an old bull elephant ousted from the herd, Lee heads off in search of alternative grazing.
So what I'll do is if I take your name and address, I'll send you the leaflets. And there's a restaurant, a little snack bar type place, and they are interested. So I'll put, yeah.
And as a way of keeping his mind off things, Lee tries his hand at a bit of a deal.
Right, I'm looking for a cheapy one to go down to Spain in, that you're going to sell me after you finish the exhibition.
Okay, and something that's going to last for you, it's going to be strong, robust?
Don't want that, just want to go down there and then sell it off, so I need it, you know, cheap, because they're second-hand now, because they've had them in there.
No, not second-hand quite yet, not quite yet.
Now Lee is a man who already owns more caravans than most people have had hot dinners. But he's insistent that there is method in his madness.
What the plan is, we're leaving one caravan at around Dover area. Then we leave one down in Perigueux, then one down near Andorra or Biarritz or somewhere along there. And then we just leave caravans all the way down so that when we come back and forth with the dogs, we've got somewhere to stay.
Well, so there you have it. An interesting variation on a girl in every port. As the day wears on, Lee seems to have become more and more threatened by Cheryl and Mark's success. So the old bull elephant tries the odd spoiling tactic.
You never stop talking.
Makes a bit of a mock charge.
Useless.
No, she's not useless. Doesn't matter what you've done.
Yeah, you've disappeared.
But his heart doesn't seem to be in it. And now he's spotted another fiscal opportunity.
I'm going down here for a freebie, a goodie bag. Shell won't go because she's too embarrassed.
Or could it just be that Cheryl is too busy doing the job they both came here to do?
Thank you very much. We've got some noodles. And, oh, there you are. That's what I wanted for the dogs. So there we are. And Shell wouldn't be bothered to come down. Oh, and some surf.
So, there we have it. Lee has made a saving of £2 on some washing powder and doggy drops, while Cheryl has wasted her time on a potential commission of £22,000. Women, eh?
There's a pool on the site, there's a snack bar and a restaurant, and there will be a supermarket. The supermarket's not built yet, but it will be. Yeah.
By the end of the day, the old bull has decided that the only way to win back his cow elephant, so to speak, is to open a new game park of his own.
Why should she work for somebody else and get peanuts? And, well, not peanuts, but when she can sell vans through me and make less peanuts.
Confused? You will be.
No, I'd rather buy my own land over there and put my own vans on it, to be perfectly honest.
So Lee's nuts seem a lot less threatened by this deal, although Cheryl, of course, still knows nothing about it.
She's got lots and lots of leads on mobile homes to sell it.
So I'm just off to El Chorro.
And then I've got a little whiz-bang idea that I'm going to buy some land and I'm going to hive it off in 2,000 square metre plots.
Go on. Go on.
I'm going to hive it off in 2,000 square metre
This is all
plots.
news to me.
All right.
With electric, or with all the services and a fence around it.
You're going to open a campsite?
Yeah.
All right.
And then Shell can sell the mobile homes. They can either buy the land freehold per plot with the services on it, or that Shell will sell them a mobile home.
Right.
So the die has been cast now. We're away, and that's
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand where we're going or why.
I was
but
just
never
going to
mind.
say that.
Well, I never have
We've
yet, so...
We've heard that before.
Right. But we're on the next adventure, put it that way. We're on the... And life, this is what it's all about. It's the next adventure.
So, in their next adventure, Lee tries to woo Cheryl back to his side.
We could go across there and do worms and snails.
Oh, yeah, you could do. Climate would be right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They find the perfect vegetable patch for his own caravan park.
The spot itself is just cracking. It's absolutely wonderful. It's in the countryside. This is what people want.
And Lee discovers a much cheaper alternative to mobile homes.
It looked like something off the side of the docks that's just been landed off a flipping tanker.
Apparently it's very nice inside, but Shell's not convinced.
Lee, it's a container. I'm not going to be rude to the man, but it's a container.